we can win against them. We already did before in the competition. So I think it will be a really exciting game. We know what we can expect, and of course, because of the last game that we unfortunately lost, we have some revenge feelings as well. So.
What a pleasure it is to have Bologna's Sam Beukema join us. Sam, so nice to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me, of course. I hope you guys are good.
We're good. We're really looking forward to Wednesday's game. Obviously, I know you are too, because it's been 50 years since Bologna has been in a Coppa Italia final. How are you feeling? How's the team feeling ahead of the build-up to the big game in Rome?
Yeah, well, obviously we are really, really excited. It will be, like, for a lot of us, will be a first final. And to win a prize, I think it's one of the most beautiful things you can do in your sports career. So, yeah, also for Bologna, it has been so many years ago since the last time they were in the final. So, of course, you want to make the city and the fans proud, and we hope we can bring the Coppa Italia home.
Sam, on that note, the stadium looks electric every time Bologna plays. And you mentioned the city and making people feel proud. I have some friends in Bologna, and they say there's people going to the stadium that have never gone before. What's the reception like for you when you walk around the city and you see such a great atmosphere?
Yeah, well, I have to say I've played, of course, in a lot of stadiums, but every time I play in Bologna, like, it's something unique. You know, the stadium, it has some elegance, some. You can feel the historical part of it, and yeah, every time we play a home game, we have a really good record as well at home, and I don't think that's a coincidence, because every game it's so full, and all the fans, they come to the stadium, and yeah, they give us a real boost, and yeah, we perform better at home than away, so that's also a big fact, and yeah, we love to play at home, and the fans, they help us so much always, yeah.
And how about the pregame ritual that we see you have? We love it every time we're on air, where One More Time is playing and you guys are all huddled up. How did that start?
Yeah, I know. It's so funny. Actually, I think it started like last season. But we didn't do it last season like this season, like in the tunnel, like jumping and getting hyped, you know, for the game. But we put a lot of times like this song in the dressing room, and that's where it all started. And also at the end of the season during the warming up. But then since this season, I don't know, in the tunnel we heard the song, and we just one time we just started to jump and to jump at each other, to sing, and since then it has been our new ritual. So yeah, I think it's really nice to get really hyped for the game.
Hey, Sam, most center backs, obviously, they're big and they're strong and they fight with the football, right? It's like you throw the grenade to their feet. But obviously, you're one of the top ball-playing center backs that we have in Serie A, I know, in all of Europe. Did you always play that position? How did that come about? Is that something you take pride in?
Yeah, of course. I've been playing as a defender now for some years. When I was a really young kid, actually, I was like a attacking midfielder, so I liked it to give some assists, to make a lot of goals, of course. But then when I grew, then the coach said to me one day, like, you should go like 1 or 2 positions, you should go back, and then I became a defender, and I think it suits me really well. Also, like, my personality, because I like to coach a lot in the game, and to lead the defense, if I can say it like that. So I think it suits me a lot, and of course I like to play football. I'm from the Netherlands. We like to play football there. When you're young, you grow up with it. So yeah, I think you can say that I'm a ball-playing defender. Yeah, of course.
On that note, one of the craziest stats that we saw is you went 40 Serie A games without a yellow card. Is that something that you're conscious of, that you're thinking of? Oh, I don't want to get the yellow. If you have to, of course. But is it something that you're also proud of?
Well, yeah, well, maybe proud. I don't know if that's the right word, but I think it's a good thing because, yeah, that means like you don't take a lot of yellows, and you're always available for the coach and for the team. Because if you take 5, obviously you're suspended for the next game. So I think it's a good thing, of course. I like to defend clean, but if I need to be a bit harder, of course, I can be a bit harder as well. But if it's not necessary, I think, yeah, it's a good way to defend as well. And yeah, I like to play my game, and I think it's fair and it's clean, but also the right aggressivity if necessary.
A question I wanted to ask you also is the difference between, obviously you work with Thiago Motta and Vincenzo Italiano. So what's the difference between those two coaches? Because obviously, to me, from the outside, there's stark differences.
Yeah. Well, obviously there are some differences. I think last year with Thiago Motta, our game, the way we played was more focused on like ball possession, a lot of passes. I think we had the most possession in the whole Serie A. Also this season we have a lot of possession, but I think the big difference is that with Mr. Italiano, we play a bit more direct, a bit more like vertical, like not only short passes, but also like sometimes a long pass and more direct instead of last year with Thiago Motta. But I think both ways of playing, they have their like nice things, to experience and to play. But I think that's the main difference, like the more direct way of playing that Mr. Italiano has with us.
Sam, also national team, right? As you continue to grow as a player, and now we talk about you're fighting for Champions League, fighting in Coppa Italia finals. Is that something that's on your mind also to get your first cap?
Yeah, of course. That's also a goal for me. Of course, when I was young, it was a dream for me to be a professional football player. But now, as you develop yourself as well, now I'm playing in Serie A. I just played Champions League. Of course, the next goal I have also personally is to get a cap, hopefully soon. But I just keep going. I focus on my game, and I think if I do that, the chance. Get the chances get bigger to reach that, and that's my goal. And let's hope I get a cap one day. Yeah.
Sam, one of the things that we love so much about Bologna every time we watch them is the fearlessness. It doesn't matter who you go up and play. You could play against Inter, you could play Napoli, you could play anyone, and you always keep your style. Even towards the end of the match, you still believe to win. Where does that come from? Is that Italiano in the locker room saying something? Of course, it's a reflection of the group, but where would you pin it?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of both. I think it's because of a group, because we truly believe we can beat anyone if we are 100% focused in the game, of course, because if not, we can also lose from everyone. But I think it started from last year and now this year as well. And of course, Mr. Italiano has also a big part in it, because the way we play is like, especially without the ball, is like 1v1 all over the pitch. And it doesn't matter if we play, as you say, Napoli or Inter or even Liverpool for the Champions League, or Monza or Empoli, the a little bit smaller teams in the Serie A. We always play the same, and I think if you do that, you also truly believe that it doesn't matter who you face, we won't change for anyone. And I think that's a nice personality to have as a team and as a club.
Sam, what's a Monday, Tuesday look like for the average viewer that maybe wants to know what the footballer life is like? Training, then we noticed you have a gaming chair. So is it training, usually then lunch, nap time, maybe Call of Duty till the nighttime? What's the lineup for you?
Well, like normally if we have a training day, we go there for breakfast in the morning. Then obviously around 11 we have our training. I think we will finish around 1:30. Then we have treatment and all those things at the club, and lunch. And then after like around 3-4 o'clock, you're done for the day. And then I like to do some gaming, as you said, with my friends from the Netherlands. I keep in touch with them. I play some FIFA, some Call of Duty, as you said. And then in the evening you take your rest as well, because the next morning you need to train again, or you need to travel for the next game. So you have some hours off, of course, after the training day, but you need to take your rest as well, because you will need it for the next day.
We've had a lot of debates on the show of who's the best striker in Serie A, who's the toughest to defend. Since you've been in Serie A, who do you think's been the toughest you've come up against?
Oh, yeah, obviously there are a lot of good players in Serie A. I think for me personal, the guy I faced a few times already, like 1v1. I like Adama Lukman from Atalanta a lot. I think he's really complete as a football player. And yeah, obviously you have players like Leao, Lukaku, who are really good as well. But I think I would say Lookman as like one of the toughest players to face. Yeah.
Speaking of Leao, though, and Milan, obviously you just played them in the last match. How bizarre is the timing that now you're going to play them again in the Coppa Italia? Is that something that you think can help you now playing them in back-to-back games, or how do you approach it having just played them?
Yeah, it's actually quite funny that that we face them again in such a short time, like twice. But yeah, unfortunately, we didn't manage to win. I think we did really well the last game until like the end of the game. Then we gave it away, unfortunately. But we showed that we can win against them. We already did before in the competition. So I think it will be a really exciting game. We know what we can expect, and of course, because of the last game that we unfortunately lost, we have some revenge feelings as well. So with that in mind and the desire to win, obviously the cup, are two big things that we keep in our mind to face Milan with.
Sam, so on Morning Footy, our morning show here at CBS, Nico Cantor did a double interview with Reijnders and Aebischer, and they had something to say about your fits. We got the clip. We want you to react to it.
So that spot's filled. What about Sam Beukema?
Relegation.
Yeah, we have the relegation with this jacket because we were already joking about this jacket. So I'm going to put him relegation table also for Tijjani.
I thought that was use a Beukema. You sent him to relegation. Tijjani chimed in. I didn't know that. I thought that was Michael. I was looking at the picture. Tijjani chimed in. That was quick, Tijjani. How come you went so fast?
No, it's also a good friend of me, so that's why I knew this picture.
Yeah. That's an old jacket, though. That's an old jacket. That's not fair. That's not recently.
You got that jacket for free, 100%.
Yeah, exactly. No. But it's funny to hear those guys. They are two big friends of me. Of course, Tijjani, I've played with him so many years. So it's really nice, especially to face him again in such a big game. So I look forward to it.
Nah, that's awesome. You don't have anything else to say to them? Where do you rank their fashion?
Well, Michel, it's better not to start about it. Tijjani, well, I respect Tijjani. I think he has a nice style, but I think he thinks that I have a nice style too. So he just said this to you guys to be a bit funny, but no. I really like to hear those kind of things of them. Makes me smile.
That's so good. Oh, Sam, so nice to speak to you. Thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck this week in Rome in the Coppa Italia final.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.